Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular, mystery reading number 680. Before getting into this reading, chances are that most of the people watching this video are not subscribed, so if you are a reoccurring viewer, you enjoy my work and would like to help support the growth of my channel, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting that subscribe button down below and ringing the notification bell next to it. If you feel called to, my current goal is 500 subscribers so I can have access to offering channel memberships. So if you do decide to support my channel, thank you very much. And before starting this reading, the last thing I want to say is if you are interested in free guidance, free messages, or a little bit of a free reading, I guess is what I'm calling it, leave a comment down below telling me what you're going through, how this reading resonated in this video, if it does, and tell me what kind of cards you want me to use. If you have a preference, if you don't have a preference, I'll just pick for you, and then I'll draw out one card on your situation, see what comes through. It feels like there could be something significant here about mystery for someone. Also, if you feel called to share your story in some way, maybe go ahead and do so in the comments if you'd like. I've never said that before, so that's an interesting thing to say. But starting this reading now, I'm going to interpret the number 680. The number 687, that video, sounds like it's going to come out in about a week. That video might be significant for you, or a timing of a week could be significant, and it seems like your ancestors are pointing to a week time frame for someone. This was very specific. I think it's your ancestors because I heard the Italian word for the word week, settimana. And whenever I hear things in Italian, if you've been around, you know that it means that someone's ancestors are trying to connect with me. That's a very specific message, so if it doesn't resonate, don't worry about it. With interpreting the number 680, the number 6 is about unconditional love. This could be about unconditional love for yourself, unconditional love for others, embracing the light within yourself and spreading that light into the world. You might be feeling called to be a light worker, you might resonate with the idea of like a spiritual warfare. I think a lot of us do in different ways, which is very interesting. It feels like psychology here, mental health, healing, magic, maybe could be significant here. There's a lot of power and potential in self-love, self-care, resisting temptation. The number 6 can also be linked to the devil for me in my interpretation of the number 6, but I think about it in more of a tarot way, not a biblical way. I think of it as unhealthy attachments that need to be released, but it makes us feel trapped, and it can be an unhealthy, being attached to an unhealthy way of thinking, to a person. You know, it can be something inside of you or outside of you. The number 8 is about letting go. And honestly, the message feels pretty clear here. It feels like you're being called to let go of whatever holds you back. Could be one thing, could be many things, from loving yourself and giving yourself, loving yourself in the way that you deserve and giving yourself what you deserve. There are things that you do deserve, like basic respect, clear communication, healthy relationships, a job that makes you feel driven and ambitious, you know? Maybe someone here needs to understand on a deeper level what they actually deserve. It could be on a mental level, a spiritual level, a physical level. If it doesn't resonate, don't worry about that, but it can resonate in many different ways. I'm feeling a little bit of a political energy here. There's definitely something significant here about standing up for yourself. Like I'm getting like 7 of Wands, using your voice, standing your ground type of energy. It feels like someone here is carrying a lot of weight. It could be you, it could be someone else, it could be both of you or all of you if it's a group. There's something on the inside or on the outside or both that you need to let go. You need to choose yourself, give to yourself right now, especially emotionally, because I'm getting like a strong cups type of energy. If you don't know what cups is, it's a suit in tarot that I associate with emotions, your feelings, your intuition. Again, I feel something here about mystery. Something here feels unknown, or many things feel unknown. And I think the unknown is what your spirit guides want you to explore. It could be I'm thinking of like your subconscious and how that's like a form of the unknown, because you don't know, you know, it's called your subconscious for a reason. You don't understand. There's certain thoughts or feelings that you have that you're not aware of. But it could also be an opportunity outside of you that is about the unknown. The unknown, the anxiety, the fear is trying to teach you something. The 0 and 680, that represents cycles, and in a sense there is an energy of letting go. There's a clear message here that this reading might be about, more about letting go than embracing something new. You're going through a process of change where you're letting something go and then you're going to embrace something new, it feels like. But you're in the part where you're letting go, making room for the new, the change, like the turn of the leaf, turn of the page. I don't know, I'm feeling something significant here about the band Metallica, or like rock music in general. Me personally, I mean, I'm from Ohio, and rock music is pretty big here. It really is. And I learned that it also influenced Italian music, and I have Italian ancestors, so I feel really, really connected to rock music because of that. And for you, it doesn't have to be rock music. It could also be, it can just, to put it in very general terms, sound. Something that you're listening to, something significant about that. And I just heard ascolti, which means, I think you listen, or something like that. It could be about clairaudience, which is a psychic ability, if you didn't already know. Adding up these numbers together, 6 plus 8 is 14. 14 plus 0 is still 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. In numerology, this number, well, in the way that I interpret numbers, my form of numerology, I'll be honest with you, I haven't really done my own studies. I just kind of follow my intuition. I believe that the universe communicates with whatever you put meaning to, if that makes sense. It feels like there could be something really significant here about a red string for someone, or an analogy about a red string. 1 second. So 6 plus 8 is 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 is about change, transformation. This is such a fitting message. You are definitely being called to embrace change, whether it's from within, an inner transformation, or outside of you, an external transformation, changing your relationships, changing your job, changing where you live. I do feel a need to focus here on your foundation, especially because I don't know if you noticed in the beginning of this video, I don't know if it's done it throughout, but you know, the focus is a little weird. That's kind of an understatement, but my phone is pretty, I need a new phone, for sure, but I do think it happens for a reason. I mean, it's kind of fitting for the theme of my channel. The glitching and the camera going in and out of focus, it's so unintentional. Maybe there's something here that feels unintentional, but it confirms something for you. I just looked at the bottom of the deck of these cards that I'm going to use now that I'm done interpreting the number 680. The bottom of the deck, I have the Ace of Swords in reverse. I was talking about Cups energy. I did feel the energy of the 8 of Cups. I also feel 8 of Cups, like the number 8, and the 5 of Cups. There's just really something here that someone needs to walk away from, because you deserve peace and you deserve change. You deserve to grow as a person. You deserve to feel safe and confident and free in your environment. I just looked down at the timer and I saw 111. So I'm being called to trust myself. You're being called to trust yourself. And I feel called to say, you know, we're all in this together. Like, I feel like that's a message that's coming through. There's a collective goal here. You know, reaching goals is not always a perfect process. But you can help reach that goal by first reaching your own goals, your own dreams, aspirations, desires. Okay. So I am going to use this Prisma Visions Tarot deck that I already showed you, this one, to look at your current situation. The card just fell out on the floor. I felt called to have it upright. It was sideways, but I felt called to have it upright for this video. We have the Queen of Swords. I just saw 122 on the timer, and I accidentally went to the bottom of the deck. It's the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my gosh, the solar plexus. Okay, no, the solar plexus and the sacral chakra. Chakras might be significant for you. That's a planet symbol. Looks like the number 4. Confirmation here about foundation. I also feel something here about boundaries. This energy feels fiery to me. But seeing 122, that's a message that change starts with you. This symbolizes fate, good luck, good fortune, karma. You're being reminded that you do have a sense of control here. And it's important to hold yourself accountable, like we're all being called to do more. There could be something here that you're really happy to be doing or investing in. And I think you should keep investing in that. Because I'm feeling like, even though this is the Queen of Swords, I'm also feeling Queen of Cups, which to me can be a message about balance. You need to balance the truth with compassion, whether it's communicating that with yourself or with people outside of you. Passion's good and it's important, but it's easy to misunderstand. Very easy to misunderstand. The Queen of Swords is a clear communicator. She's, you know, straight to the truth. Says how it is. She's a really good planner. And this is an energy you need to embrace, or this is a side of you that you're already aware of that you need to embrace more. There could be something significant here about a Spectrum as well. I know where I'm from, Spectrum is an internet service provider, an ISP. I don't know why I feel called to say it that way. Maybe there's a techie person here, and there's something significant here about your Wi-Fi. That can be taken in many different ways, but it also doesn't have to resonate at all. So take it, don't, and if you do, you know, trust yourself. especially because I'm being reminded of the 111 that we saw earlier. Definitely trust yourself and how you feel called to be the change you wish to see and to make a difference if you do and if you don't. It's definitely important for you to look at some self-worth struggles. We all go through them. Many of us go through them. Seeing the number 15 on the timer, to me I associate that number with the devil, because it's the number 15 on the tarot card, the devil tarot card, and then 1 + 5 is 6. I think that's interesting. But yeah, some attachment is being highlighted here. I definitely feel you need to be more honest with yourself, but be kind to yourself. This Queen of Swords is really focusing on your communication skills, it feels like. And just like your mind, maybe your mental health. I'm no professional, so only take it if it resonates, trust yourself, and all that jazz. I'm being reminded of the Bee movie. Don't know if you've seen it, probably depends where you're from, but maybe there's something significant here about television, TV, watching it when you were growing up. It feels like that really spoke to somebody. I think that energy is really curious. I've been hearing that phrase a lot, saying like something is curious. I don't really know what it means, but I feel like maybe that's the way to use it. I don't know, but it aligns with the messages here about mystery, which is bringing us back to your subconscious, confirming that this energy is very cerebral, mental, emotional, spiritual. There's a spiritual energy here, and there has been for, I mean, I would hope that it's there in every video, but I feel like I feel called to mention it for a reason. Oh, and I'm being reminded, I am listening to music in headphones to help me conduct this reading. It's just like meditation music, and I felt called to the sacral chakra, like audio track. So maybe your sacral chakra is significant, actually, really, because I learned today that it's also associated with your emotions. This is like some really deep, curious, exploring, analyzing, reflecting type of energy. Very curious, I want to say. But I am going to move on now to using the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot. I feel called to touch on a situation that you may feel like is a nightmare. It's okay to acknowledge that, but it's important to balance that out by being kind to yourself and believing in your strength. Your past doesn't define you. You don't define, or your present. Your present defines your past and your future. I don't know. But let's go ahead and draw out a card from this deck to look at some guidance that your spirit guides might have for you. I feel like your ancestors are here, or maybe a specific ancestor, maybe someone's grandmother. Because I got a vision of that number, well, not the number 4, but that planet symbol that looks like the number 4. I think it's like Saturn or Jupiter. I'm not 100% sure. Feel free to look it up if you'd like. Wow. Wow. Okay, Queen. We have the Queen of Wands. It says independent, confident, inspiring, attractive. In reverse, it says, quote, I can't. Feeling like a magician, magic type of energy here. Someone really might be feeling drawn to the idea of magic in some way, shape, or form. We have, it also says lack of self-confidence, comparing self to others. The reverse is the energy that I feel like you're in. It's either you're in that energy, or you're being confirmed that you are overcoming, you know, mental struggles and really understanding your worth and learning how to, you know, stand up for yourself and protect your value. Make sure you're not being taken advantage of. I just realized it's super far away. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm being a little over dramatic, but yeah, this is the strongest feminine energy I've ever felt on this channel while like recording these or uploading these daily readings. This is also confirming the need here to look within for your answers, especially to learn how to trust yourself. The Queen of Wands is very confident and wise. I think we all have the capacity to be that. I think we all have the capacity to be anything. But we all feel called to certain things for a reason. Certain people, we're passionate about certain things for a reason. It feels like everything is still falling into place. Oh my gosh. This biblical energy does feel like it is here. So if you are, you know, if you follow a religion where the Bible is, you know, the book, confirmation there for you. Me personally, I believe that all religions, there's something to learn from every religion about, you know, what happens on the other side, you know. I believe that every religion, or at least most religions, have truth in them, but they also have deception. And it's up to us to decide what's truth and what isn't. But to sniff out those lies, you first have to figure out and understand and change how you lie to yourself. The Queen of Swords is also very, very honest. Okay, it makes a lot of sense now why I'm seeing the Queen of Swords. I see the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands here as a combination of the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. Interesting how that did come through. But it's clear here that the Queen of Swords is being highlighted here. And I'm seeing the number 222. The number 2 is about balance and really confirming here, like strong confirmation that it's time to let something go, to move on. That really makes you doubt yourself, question yourself, and it could be you. It could be your own worst enemy. But that definitely doesn't have to resonate for everybody. Someone here might need to hear that you are on the right track. Only take that if it resonates. If you genuinely feel confused or lost, very important to address that and to trust that you can overcome the confusion and the feeling of a lack of direction. And basically it's comes down to grounding yourself. There could be something significant here about Earth. Maybe it's important to go outside more, to connect more with nature or the planets if you feel called to. To find balance outside of yourself, you first have to find it within. And nothing throws off balance like lies.